have the 55 to 59 men's point race final over 60 laps. Really good mix of riders. So this grade had heats this morning. There's a good mix. Austria, Great Britain, South Africa, United States, Ireland, France, Argentina, Estonia, and Tim Pawson from New Zealand. So Tim rode a very smart, controlled, won the middle sprint of 3, and then just rode safely in the bunch. So it's a full field, so 6 sprints, every 10 laps, 5, 3, 2, 1, double points on the final sprint, 20 points should you gain a lap, 20 points if you lose a lap. So 6 sprints. Sprints is starting to get up there where maybe you skip a sprint or two, but it's more those the 12 sprint race with Nathan Bunn. We're still fizzing over that race. We've all got our, whether here coaching people or doing our own races, but everyone saw that was an epic contest with between Nathan Bunn and Marcel Weiss of Switzerland, a rider who was an ex World Tour pro. There's a lot of ex pros around, but an ex World Tour pro. 6 Grand Tours, including 2 Tour de France, 3 Giro d'Italias, 1 Volta a España in his legs. And even though that would be a good 10-15 years ago, that experience gives you a level of stamina which is on another level. We see it in riders coming hot off the Tour of Southland, national New Zealand level track cycling, but on the world level, nothing made Filippo Ganna, an incredible pursuiter, but when he started doing Grand Tours, all of a sudden he's dropping under 4 minutes for the 4,000 metres, and Jonathan Milan, also Italy, the current world record holder. So Tim Pawson just sitting mid pack. We really need to trademark the black New Zealand skin suit. So Tim sitting P5 in the bunch. They catch up to that rider around in front. One rider already. No, sorry, one rider off the front. I think it's an Australian rider. So no real response from the bunch. French rider leading. Tim Pawson setting the P2 now, takes the front of the bunch. It's the Australian rider 207. Get his name in a second. That is Michael Miller, sorry, from the United States. Michael Miller from the United States. He looks very similar to one of the Aussies. Michael Miller from the United States out in front, counting down to the first sprint. Tim Pawson. Oh, there's a touch of wheels. It used to be metallic pink, now it's and French rider. It looks like he's pulled a foot. Oh, so French rider pulled a foot, and that is he's got to wait until it slows down before he can try that. And well, he's very fortunate, but he still hasn't got his foot back in. Oh, it's infuriating when this happens. I think he's finally. No, he's still trying. Oh, so he's got it back in. He's going. He's now half a lap down. Oh, 2:26. There's Alain Charles of France. So he's got a power of work to do. Meanwhile, there's a rider off the front, one of the GB riders, 188. He's chosen it well. 188 is Paul Watmel from GBR. And the poor Frenchman, he's going to lose a lap, so that's heartbreaking for him. Watmel's going to take the 5. Tim Pawson just going to miss out on the early points there. So the French rider loses a lap. So unfortunate. Whether it was him pulling the foot that caused the touch, or probably the touch of wheels. You can hear the carbon fibre. The sound. Anything worse is the sound of carbon fibre breaking. We've been in a few races where you hear that and you go, whoops, here we go. So Tim Pawson just sitting mid-pack. The Junior World's representative in 1988, and both of his sons, Edward, bronze medal in the team pursuit in Israel, and Bernard Pawson raced last year in China, Laishang in China, and both are here supporting Tim and Penny. Penny's been incredible, 2 world records on her way to her pursuit gold medal, and then absolutely dominated. There were a couple of age groups in her scratch race, but she leapt the field, leapt them all. So we've got one rider looking to bridge to a French rider out in front, 185. Get that one in a second. No response from the bunch, and so already the French rider 233, I think it is. Jean-Pierre Madin, he's almost in the slipstream of the bunch. Once you're in the slipstream, you are a lap ahead, 185. So the French rider has lapped the field. The lead of the race will go back to 185. That is Martin van Wyk of South Africa, and he is almost there as well. So new rules are that if you join on a sprint lap, so they're coming in to get the sprint lap now, so they're going to get the bell now. It's a pretty lame bell. So they join before the sprint lap. So, but if you join on a sprint lap, you still get the points if you join on a sprint lap. So this time, no, they really messed that up. it's hard to say whether that's two riders out in front. So now the lap board says 39. So, even the UCI commissaires sometimes get a little long. Counter attack by one of the French riders, 192. Patrice Huby. So a lot of these names, I go back and I search to see, last year there was a rider who was in the French team for the Atlanta Olympics in Chris Ellington's grade. Tim Pawson now on the attack with I think it's 230. So Tim Pawson for the French rider, and rider 230 is John Fiddies of GBR. Tim Pawson leading them. Oh, sorry, that's the Estonian rider. So there's so many countries here. It's absolutely fantastic. It's London, and already promoting the London event for the next 2 years. You can get in now and secure your special pens with watt bikes provided, catering provided. So London really looking to take this already excellent run event up another level. GB on the front, the GB rider, they're coming in 3 laps to the next sprint. So Tim Pawson, he's got to start making some moves now. He hasn't scored any points. Martin Van Wyck and Jean-Pierre Madin have only been recorded 10 points. So for these shorter points races, they're only allocating 10 points for lapping the field. French rider on the front. Tim Pawson in the mix for points here. He's gritting his teeth. He's pushing hard. He's trying to push up to Andy does. He scores 3 points. 3 points for Tim Pawson, so he's on the board. A bit of an ease. You always see Aaron Gate after a sprint. He just keeps the pace on. Oh, the French riders just threads his way. Riders dropping down into the racing lane in front of him. It's always the risk of going through the inside. One of these riders was given a very stern warning after dropping down onto the blue, making progress on the blue, and then almost causing a crash. We've seen one disqualification. There was a rider drop into the lane, put the Canadian in the sprint down hard, and was disqualified. So they skipped all the warnings and just went straight to disqualification. So the Canadian went through to the final. So he's not in a good state to contest his first ride of the semi-finals of the sprints. So Tim Pawson sitting close to the front. Sitting on the outside. He's got 2 fourth places already. He's sitting 6th equal on 3 points. So 3 sprints to go, double points on the final sprint, I think, to find out. The French rider 224. Polish rider. Get that one again. 56 maybe. Alan Charles, the rider who dropped a lap after he pulled his foot, so he's trying to take that lap back just to bring him back to zero. He's got rider. 180 is Wolfgang Putzmann from Austria. So Austria on the attack with the French rider. The French rider will still be in the negatives, but he's reduced that deficit. The 224 is Michael Miller. 224 Thomas Primarka from Poland. For the 2 there. So we've seen the Polish riders looking absolutely fantastic as well. This 224. Polish rider scoring two points there. One of the French, I think it's one of the French riders on the tack. The Austrian rider dropping straight in to go again. The Polish rider on the front of the bunch. Tim Pawson, the Kiwi. In the Kiwi, the lap part. There's no real response on the bunch. We'll get this rider's number. A second 214. 214. He's not in the top 7. 214. He's not in the top 13. Daniel Rodriguez of Argentina. So the Argentinian. I'm hearing lots of Spanish cries for the Argentinian rider. He's got 0 points, but he's 70 metres ahead of the bunch. No real response. One rider in black goes. I don't think it's Tim. It's John Fitties of GBR. Off the Austrian rider. So the Argentinian is riding hard. He's still got 3 laps till the next sprint. John Fitties, the Austrian, 186. 186 is Kenny Williams. Kenny Williams, he's one of my Facebook friends from United States. And one of the British riders, 183. 183 is Ian Cooper. Ian Cooper. He makes a big move. And this is a nice move from Ian Cooper. He's timed this well. He'll get in front for this next sprint. Can he carry it on? So Ian Cooper, he's going to catch the Argentinian rider. So this is smart. You saw again in that fantastic 35 to 39 group. Riders ring. Always, the Argentinian's going to hold on. The Argentinian showing a lot of fight. He's going to take the 5. The bunch comes right back up to the British rider. There's a big split in the bunch. I believe Tim Pawson up front, and he's now leading the race. Tim Pawson on the front, leading the race. I talk about leading the race, but leader on the track. We call it the leader on the track. So the commissaire points to him as the leader on the track. The leader of the race are those 2 riders who lap the field. Leading 14, Jean-Pierre Madan. Here's 10 points. So Jean-Paul Madan hasn't actually scored a point, but he's earned 10 points for lapping the field. So they did that completely within a sprint. two riders now go on the attack. This is an Irish rider. Going with 207, Michael Miller. Irish rider get his number. That is Sean Curtis on 3 points. Michael Madden on 0. Michael Madden on 0. So with no response from the bunch. So this could put both of these riders up into the medals. I think it's John Fitty's chasing on the front of the bunch. Another GBR rider in there, down in the racing lane 222. Is not on the points. Davidson. (186) trying to move away. I think he's another rider, not in the points. Kenny Williams. No, sorry, he's got 2 points. And it's I think that's another Argentinian rider, 209. Diego Rossi chasing down the Irish and the American rider, and this Argentinian's done an incredible job. And one of the British riders now attacking around the outside as they're coming down to 2 laps to go. They're going to get the bell this time for the final sprint. 183, 10 points will put you into the medals. But what do we got here? This is the 214. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be super close. At the top, Martin Van Wyk had 14. John Madan had 10. So if any of those riders placing that final, or whoever won the final sprint, that might just be enough to take the title, depending on. So Daniel Rodriguez won the final sprint. Hold on, 1 point from Patrick Tudy. So South Africa. So the golds are being shared all around the world. Van Wyk on 16, Patrice Hubert of France on 15, Daniel Rodriguez of Argentina also on 15, but so Patrice Hubert high placing in the final sprint. Was a 214. So the other Argentinian did a great job of leading out his teammate there to get up into the medals. Tim Pawson in 9th on 3 points. They're doing a fantastic job of getting the results for these events. Should be back soon with the women's points races.